stop memorizing the positions of the minor pentatonic one after another. What I want you to do is get really good in this first position, developing a little bit of tension, right? Some release, etc. When you get your phrasing down and a little bit of a vocabulary there, what we're going to do is we're going to take what we know there and we're going to move it up here where I can see to the fourth position of the minor pentatonic, I can see my bar chord right here. So if I have licks in this position, right, I can take it up here because I know I'm ending on that flat 3 to drive some tension. I know where my root notes are, right, just like I do here. Now once I get really comfortable in the first and fourth position, the only thing that splits those two positions up is a row of the 10th fret except for the 9 on the G string. That's it. So 1 fret on each string. So from here, I can do the upper frets of my first position are the lower frets of my second position, but really it's just those first position frets with this row of 10 with a 9 on the G, right? And I could do that same thing here if I'm playing, right? I know, okay, if I'm starting on that note, the lower fret numbers on my fourth position bleed into my third position by just utilizing those as my upper frets, and I have that row of 10. This just takes this idea of one scale, another completely different scale, another completely different scale, and that's usually how we end up memorizing the positions of the pentatonic. It's almost like 5 completely different scales. Lastly, memorizing and learning are 2 different cognitive experiences. If we can throw some creativity into this, it takes us out of just memorizing, which takes forever, and gets us into learning. So you can take a lick now and just make it your own, can be nice and short, and try to take it up through those positions, knowing this position, fourth position and first position, and that row of frets in between. You can make those licks as long and complicated as you would like. The more creative they are, the more we're learning, and the less we're just memorizing these patterns in a very monotonous way. And if you feel stuck in that really boring, robotic guitar solo plateau that we all get into, and you really want to bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent, comment pro below, and we can get started.